Hey everyone, it's Jen with ChappyPlans. Thanks for joining me for this Project Life video. If you'd like to see what I'm going to do, stick around. Hey friends, it's Jen with ChappyPlans. Welcome to my Project Life album. I use a 9x12 album, and this is week 8 for Project Life. So I'm using an older Ali Edwards kit. I think it's called, it might be Laugh Out Loud or Laugh or something like that. It was a kit that was released before I became a subscriber a couple years ago, but I managed to pick up some of the pieces in a sale she had, her end of year sale last year, and I love this kit, and I wish I could have the entire thing. The colors, the sentiments, the embellishments, they're all just so good. So I'm also using these alphas from her shop as well. These are some of my absolute favorite alphas to use. And I'm just going to spell out week 8. I'm still spelling out the number for the week. I think I might do that for, I don't know, until I don't feel like it, I guess. It's a great way to take up space on a title card as well. It's nice and bold and it stands out. It feels large when you're doing it, but then in comparison with all of the smaller photos, it's not bad. It really does pack a punch. So I'll be using the alphas occasionally and these heart stamps, which are also from Ali Edwards. I use Suki Neko's Memento Tuxedo Black ink always, almost always. And I also pulled some chipboard phrases from the same kit, and then these hearts, which I don't know what they're from, but the colors match perfectly. And then I also am going to use these puffy, critter stickers from the card section at Target. They're just so cute, and I love puffy stickers. You guys probably know that if you've been watching my channel for a while. So I'm sticking to the predominant colors in the kit, which are pink, yellow, blue, and green, referencing my Hobonichi Techo for journaling so that I remember what happened, even though it was days ago. And I also want to say that I totally don't even realize that I knocked my phone is what I film on, and it was plugged in, and I must have hit the cord when I put a pocket card back in the sleeve. Didn't realize it and ended up filming almost the whole rest of this left side of the spread in a completely off-camera wonky position. So I had to delete all that footage except for the very end so you guys could see how jacked up it was, for proof, of pictures, or it didn't happen. Well, it totally happened. So I wanted to show that to you. And then I started working on the second part of my spread and thought I pressed the record button and didn't. So, I mean, I'm just batting 1,000 today. So what you've seen me doing is just going through my $1.25 tree containers where I'm currently storing my Ali Edwards chipboard pieces. I keep trying to figure out the best way to organize them for me, and I haven't quite arrived, but for now it's working. They're just by color. So yeah. Anywho, this is definitely a stash busting week because I'm using those older kits, but also the labels are from Heidi Swap, which I think those are from 3 years ago, and the colors match perfect, so I'm going to use those. I do peel the chipboard back because I don't want my album to bulk up as much as it did last year. It doesn't matter too much, I guess, because I do work in 2 separate albums, so there's 2 volumes for the year. But I just want to see what happens if I keep doing that throughout each week. If it makes any big difference or not. And if it doesn't, then I probably won't bother next year because that is a little bit annoying. So this was also our winter break, and Norah had lots of play dates. So that is her real best friend, who she's been known since preschool. They were not even 3 when they met. And so they don't get to hang out very often anymore because she goes to private school and their schedules are very different, and it's just life. And so it was really special for them to be able to hang out the first day of winter break, and you can see they're dressed up there as Elsa and Anna, and they were performing and singing, and it was really sweet. I got to watch it, and they did a little performance for me, which is awesome. And they just play so nice together, so I'm just journaling about that. And then I have two 3x4 cards tucked into a 4x6 slot, so I'm going to adhere those. Oh, actually, maybe they're not. Maybe I just pulled them both out because I wanted to look at them next to each other. Yeah, I think that's what happened. Anywho, I'm going to use this chipboard phrase that says funny little story because it was hilarious. I was in the middle of telehealth. This was Tuesday morning. I always have weekly EMDR or like somatic trauma healing like therapy. So fun. And I hear Norah like, Mom, come see me. And I'm like, what the heck? And prior to that, she was like screaming at the cat. And I was like, oh God, what's going on? I better go check. So I walk out into the living room in the middle of my session with my therapist on the phone, who can obviously, like, it's video, so she can see us. And I'm like, where are you? And I look down and she's in her giant beanbag full of stuffed animals and like watching her iPad, and the cat was trying to attack her in it because he's always trying to attack that thing for some reason. Anyways, it was hilarious. And then, of course, after I got off my call, I came out and she was still in it. But then she was like hiding. So in the top photo is her head is like totally tucked under the beanbag and you can't even see her except for her arm. And then the other photo is her like peeking out from where she was hiding. So it was just really funny. And I do end up going off camera. Like in this portion, maybe I do it, but on other photos, I do it off camera where I take my white Posca pen and I just add like a little tiny something to each photo. It's just one of the things I like to do sometimes. So that's where I lost the footage. So sorry about that. I had no idea. And here's a look at the finished left side. All I did was add a stitch chart, which is from the February Stories by the Month kit. Those little white tags are also from Heidi Swap, where I just put lists inside them, bulleted. And I created a little slit in the plastic so you could pull it in and out if you want to. And then I journaled about Norah and her friend Fiona, who came over on Tuesday evening, and they had a sleepover and they had a spa day and they did dress up. And my mom visited. Oh, the other journaling piece was Wednesday. My mom visited, and that was after I had an ultrasound. So if you've been following my channel for a while, then you know that things are not going great with my health, and they ended up, I don't want to share too much information, but it wasn't what I had hoped. It was an ultrasound to make sure nothing was problematic before having this like minor surgery procedure, but they did find something. So we're just praying and we're waiting. So I journaled about that as well, and how my mom came over to see me and spend time with Norah and stayed for dinner, which is the picture on the bottom right that I shared of the two of them. And then Friday, my husband took the day off, and we all went to the mall. We went to Dave & Buster's, and Norah wanted to go to this new indoor mini golf place that has like glow in the dark. And then my husband had to go to a worship retreat overnight. So Norah and I went to dinner, and he went grocery shopping and then left the groceries in our car while we were eating. And then, I just came home and put them away. So it worked out really well. So it was like a little girls' night and girls' morning the next day. So that's what I'm embellishing right now, is the photo of Norah and I at dinner. And then you can't really see the photos very well in person, but there is a picture of Norah and Matt at the mini golf place, and then Norah and Matt in front of the like 18th hole. Sorry about the very loud cat purring noises. Norah's cat was on my lap that whole voiceover portion and was purring very, very loudly. So I didn't want to kick him off because he was so cute and snuggly. And he's usually pretty crazy. So sorry about that if that annoyed you. But that's why I always add subtitles, so you guys can put me on mute and just read what I'm saying if you would prefer that. Or just watching me in silence. That's fine too. So I took this color theory card, again, stash busting week for sure, and stamped out mall, fun, and love. And then I'm just journaling about the things that I shared with you guys. And then Saturday morning, Norah and I filmed another sticker shenanigans video, so super excited for that to go up. I think actually it's going to go up before this one, so you will have already seen that video, if assuming you watch the videos like that and not just this type. Which, speaking of, please subscribe to my channel if you would, and if you like what you're seeing, give it a thumbs up too. I'm really trying to grow, so I really appreciate your support. I know there's so many other things you guys could be doing, so I really appreciate you spending your time with me for sure. I do not take it for granted and want you to know that I really am so thankful for you. So now I'm going to just put a little label sticker on the picture of Norah with her finished challenge for the BFF Sticker Club and title it just like that, just a little caption, and then add a little asterisk to it, and that photo is all set. Then I decide after I finish that photo that I want to keep journaling on the card in the middle there, so I'm going to add some more bullets and do a little bit more journaling just around the heart. I think it looks a little bit wonky, but it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. For me, this is much more about storytelling and memory keeping than it is making some extravagant, detailed, full-blown 12 by 12 page layout, which I don't think I've ever done, honestly, but, maybe actually that's a lie. I did, because I totally forgot I made a scrapbook for my husband and I when we got married. It was about our dating and up until our engagement. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot about that. And it's in a really old 12 by 12 album that's completely falling apart. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Anyhow, totally forgot about that. Squirrel. So the well, that was unexpected card, I kept it super simple and literally just drew a border and put a puffy heart, and that was it, because I feel like it's a very busy week, and so that was plenty. I didn't like the pink Inhale the Future, Exhale the Past chipboard, so I put the teehee one because it was pretty funny. This was at church on Sunday, and this is the first time my friend Autumn brought her baby around people, and he was very much like Norah was as an infant, very, attached, very not into other people or anything, but I just took him. I'd met him before, and I just took him in my arms, and he was cracking up laughing. Her dad is someone I used to be on the leadership team with, and that's how I met Autumn. She's way younger than me, but I guess she kind of looks up to me as a mentor, which is such a compliment, but also a little intimidating in a way. I don't know, just the weight of being someone's confidant, and to think of yourself as a potentially wiser person is just, at least for me, is laughable, because clearly I'm a hot mess and I'm still in therapy myself and working on myself. But anyhow, the baby was hysterically laughing, so I have a video of it because Autumn's dad took a video and sent it to me, so now I have that forever, and that's what I'm gonna put in this little pocket here. Also thought it was really funny that he fell asleep on me, because he does not do that for anyone but Autumn, so that was pretty cool. So the last little journaling card here that says giggle is where I'm going to add the story about the video that Joe took. The other one that has fun story inside the heart pocket talked about how we had church and our heat broke, so everyone in church had to wear their winter coats, and they had blankets for people and all kinds of things, but it was also one of the longer days to be in the building, because we had our monthly Feast and Friends, which is a potluck dinner or lunch after the service. So it was oh wow, we picked the wrong day to do that because there's no heat in here, but all these people, but it actually warmed up because of all the bodies and the food that was being heated in the kitchen, so it was fine, it worked out. So that's what I did my journaling about. Then I'm going to add this last stitched pocket heart to this card that I had trimmed down. The other one is on the left side of the spread because it was originally a 4x6 card. And then on this one, I'm just going to do a little bit of bullet journal listing about the photo on the bottom right, which is our weekly crafty Zoom. That was so much fun, and something I try to go to as long as there's no conflict, or we don't have some other obligation. And then the last thing I do is add that little fun border. Add the twine, which is from American Crafts, like a giant pack of twine that I have in my stash. Stamp a couple of sentiments that says, I think, remember this. And then add a label and a couple other little things to the photo of the screenshot of all of us hanging out. And then in just a few minutes, I am going to go in with my white Posca pen and just add a couple of, like I said, little tiny captions to each of the photos right on top of the photo. So for the one of Norah and I put twins because she wanted to be my twin this day, which was so cute. I love that she still likes to do that. We wore the same color sweater and we both had the same color jeans on and like little booties. I put Z's on the picture of the baby, and I think that that's it for this side. So I'm gonna slow it down to real time and show you guys the finished right side of week number 8. I love the colors and the way it turned out. It was a lot of journaling, a lot of memories this week. I can't get over how old Norah looks. It's driving me crazy. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Let me know that you did like this video by supporting me and giving me a thumbs up and subscribing if you're not. And make sure you hit the bell too so that you don't miss any of my other content. Thank you so much for being here. Take care and remember that you are enough. Bye, friends.